Hi everyone. So this was that added bonus question I gave you. And we were working with systems of equations. Hopefully you're recognizing when you have two equations with two variables in them, that means that you have a system of equations. Um, and you're going to have to work with them together. But what should be particularly important in this question is the idea that there's fractions. So we have an easy way, we have a hard way. The easy way is to do what we've been talking about in class, clear the fractions. So how am I going to do that? Well, if we want to clear the fractions, we multiply by the lowest common denominator to both sides of the equation. So I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by 4. The bottom equation, the LCD is 2. I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by 2. All right, now I want to rewrite those and simplify them easily, okay? All right, so if I do that, I'm going to write it over here for ourselves. The 4's on the left side are actually going to cancel. The 4 does not get distributed to the 3x minus y because once it's canceled, you're done with it. So I get 3x minus y equals, and then I have to distribute the 4 on this right side, so that's going to give me 4x plus 4. All right, and then on the bottom equation, again, I'm going to simplify it, and the 2's are going to cancel on the left, and I get 5x plus y, and on the right I get 2x. All right, well now these systems are kind of set up in a way that just isn't as clear. Why? Well, because they're not either like a variable solved for like y equals or x equals, and they're also not in standard form. So we're going to want to do that. We want to put them in standard form. So because I tend to use elimination, I'm going to do that first. So I'm going to put in standard form. Standard form, Coach Fred, what in the world is that? Let me remind you. Standard form of a linear equation is ax plus by equals c. Ax plus by equals c, so something like 2x minus 5y equals 10. That is standard form. The x's and y's are on one side. The constant is on the other. Okay, so that's my goal. All right, so I'm going to do that. How am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to probably bring this 4 over by subtracting it. And I'm going to bring this 2x over by subtracting it. And I'm going to rewrite my equations again and see what I get. So I get a negative x minus y equals 4, equation number 1. And then on this equation right here, I'm going to get 3x plus y equals 0. Yes, an equation can equal 0. 0 is a number. Okay, so now we've got to decide if we're going to use elimination, which variables make sense for us to simplify or multiply number 2 if we need to. Well, in this case, look at what happened. I don't need to multiply anything. I have these y's that are the same coefficient and opposite signs. So all I have to do is add the equations together. Okay? And look at clearing fractions made that so much easier. All right, so I have a negative x plus 3x, which gives me 2x. The y's get eliminated, and then I'm left with 4. All right, so here I can divide both sides by 2 and get x equals 2. Now, remember, I'm not done. I want to go back and simplify or find the y. Well, I'm going to use this equation right here. You can use it. So I'm going to do 5 times 2 plus y equals 2 times 2, which is 4. So 10 plus y equals 4, and I'm going to subtract 10, balancing that equation, and I'm going to get y to equal negative 6. So my final answer to the system, remember, I'm looking for a point of intersection for the line. So these two linear functions, linear equations, if I graph them, they're going to intersect at the point 2, negative 6. All right, well, let's go to Desmos and just check it out, okay? So let me move this. You can see it a little better. All right, so I'm going to clear out the ones I just did. I'm going to go to Desmos. I'm going to put in my equations as I had them simplified. It's easier. So I'm going to do negative x minus y equals 4. And then I've got 3x plus y equals 0. Plus y equals 0. And if I look down here, right here, I get 2, negative 6. And so there I can see clearly these two lines intersected at 2, negative 6. All right, guys, hopefully that was helpful. Remember, when we see fractions in equations, it's best to clear them and make the equation or the problem more efficient. Have a great day.